Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome back to SSBCrack exams. So guys, I am back with a very new topic today. Okay, so फटाफट से join हो जाइए. Like and share this particular class and tell your friends, family to join as well if they're preparing for AFCAT 1 2022 examination, which is just around the corner, है ना? तो अभी इंग्लिश के रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस हम सॉल्व कर रहे थे for the last week. And we have covered the majority of the topics which are very important, like spotting of errors, antonyms, synonyms, as well as idioms and phrases, right? So today we are going to start with another important topic from where the questions do come in your AFCAT exam, right? और AFCAT 1 2022 के लिए काफी important topic है. फटाफट से join हो जाइए guys. And before we begin this class, which we are going to begin in a couple of minutes, so let me tell you something about SSBCrack exams. I hope everybody knows about us because we are India's #1 portal for all defense exams. So सिर्फ AFCAT ही नहीं, अगर आप कोई भी डिफेंस एग्जाम के लिए प्रिपरेशन करना चाहते हैं तो हमारे SSBCrack एग्जाम्स ऐप को जरूर डाउनलोड कर ले फ्रॉम गूगल प्ले स्टोर. और इस ऐप में आपको मिलेगा सारे डिफेंस एग्जाम के रिलेटेड कोर्सेज, जिसमें आपको वीडियो लेक्चर्स मिलेंगे, पीडीएफ स्टडी नोट्स मिलेंगे, और ये दोनों चीज आपको मिलेंगे एग्जाम के अपडेटेड सिलेबस वाइज, और ऑफलाइन मोड में भी आपको एक्सेस मिल जाएगा, जिसका आपका तैयारी और भी ज्यादा अच्छे से हो सके. मॉक टेस्ट भी हम प्रोवाइड करते हैं, तो हमारे ऐप में भी आपको मॉक टेस्ट सीरीज भी मिलेंगे. बहुत सारे मॉक टेस्ट सेट्स हमने प्रोवाइड किए आपके एग्जाम के लिए, जिससे आप बार बार प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हैं. और ये मॉक टेस्ट के आंसर्स सबमिट करने के बाद आपको मिलेगी एक स्मार्ट एनालिटिक रिपोर्ट, जहां पे आपकी डिटेल में एनालिसिस की जाएगी और रैंक एनालिसिस भी दिया जाएगा, जो कि ऑल इंडिया रैंकिंग के सिमिलैरिटी रहेगी. स्टडी प्लान्स भी हम प्रोवाइड कर चुके हैं, तो जो लोग AFCAT 2 2022 एंड ऑल्सो नेक्स्ट ईयर AFCAT एग्जाम के लिए तैयारी करना चाहते हैं, उनके लिए स्टडी प्लान्स ऑलरेडी है कोर्स के अंदर, तो आप वो स्टडी प्लान्स फॉलो कर सकते हैं और अपने एग्जाम का प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं. लाइव क्लासेस ऑब्वियसली हमारे चैनल पे हर रोज चलती आ रही है फ्रॉम 4 PM to 8 PM इन द इवनिंग, राइट? सो 4 से 5 हमारी होती है जीके की क्लास. 5 to 6 we have numerical ability class. From 6 to 7 you have my class, which is on English, and from 7 to 8 you have reasoning classes. So I hope that all of you have been attending these classes and that all of you are practicing lots and lots of questions from different topics that we are coming up with, right? So guys, those of you who are joining, join fast, okay? Like the class and share the class as soon as possible. जय हिंद मिस माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म. सोमिल, जय हिंद, गुड इवनिंग. ओके गाइस, तो आप यहाँ पे चेक कर सकते हैं सारे कोर्सेज हमारे ऐप में ऑलरेडी आपको मिल जाएगी. हमने रिसेंटली एसएसबी इंटरव्यू के रिलेटेड ऑनलाइन कोर्स भी लॉन्च किए हैं. तो अगर आपको किसी को जानते हैं जिनका रिटन एग्जाम हो गया है, एसएसबी की प्रिपरेशन करना चाहते हैं, या फिर कोई भी डायरेक्ट एंट्री कैंडिडेट्स, हमारे ये कोर्स को एनरोल हो सकते हैं और हर रोज हमारे लाइव इंटरेक्टिव क्लासेस में ज्वाइन हो सकते हैं. Not only that guys, अगर आपकी AFCAT एग्जाम प्रिपरेशन हो चुका है, आफ्टर यू आर टेकिंग योर रिटन एग्जाम, प्लीज मेक श्योर that you are enrolling into SSB interview online course as soon as possible and starting your preparation at the earliest. हमारे पास टेस्ट सीरीज भी है जो मैं आपको बता रही थी ऑन मॉक टेस्ट. तो AFCAT मॉक टेस्ट सीरीज पे जरूर एनरोल हो जाइए अगर आपकी रिविजन करने का मन हो, ऑब्वियसली, क्योंकि परफॉर्मेंस आपकी बहुत अच्छा होगा इससे. सो ऑल ऑफ यू कैन गेट दिस पर्टिकुलर ऑल दीज थिंग्स इनसाइड आवर पर्टिकुलर ऐप हियर. और इस ऐप के थ्रू आप वॉरियर 10 कोड यूज कर सकते हैं कोई भी कोर्स पे एनरोल होने के वक्त. इससे आपको 10% का डिस्काउंट हो जाएगा. Okay guys, so it's already 6 o'clock, okay, and we are going to start with today's class, which is a most important topic on close test. ठीक है, close test पे हम लोग क्वेश्चंस जो है वो सॉल्व करेंगे. काफी समय वो डिफिकल्ट लगता है क्लोज टेस्ट में, क्योंकि यू डोंट नो व्हाट इज द पैसेज ऑल अबाउट, हाउ टू चूज द पैसेज, हाउ टू चूज द वर्ड्स इन द पैसेज एंड कंप्लीट इट. तो ये सारी चीजें आज हम प्रैक्टिस करेंगे. फटाफट से ज्वाइन हो जाइए गाइस, ज्वाइन क्विकली, लाइक करते रहिए और शेयर करते रहिए आज का क्लास, ताकि ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोग हमारे साथ जुड़ सके. Okay guys, so we will start with the first passage here. Guys, let me tell you कि अगर आप अभी नहीं ज्वाइन हो रहे, बीच में ज्वाइन हो रहे, तो फिर कोई फायदा नहीं है, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी वी विल बी कंप्लीटिंग वन पैसेज. तो बीच में जुड़ने का कोई भी फायदा नहीं है. तो फटाफट ज्वाइन हो जाइए, क्योंकि हम लोग फर्स्ट पैसेज से स्टार्ट कर चुके हैं ना. ओके, सो दिस द फर्स्ट पैसेज. लेट अस रीड द पैसेज क्विकली. इसके बाद में हर एक ब्लैंक के लिए आपको ऑप्शंस दूंगी और 20 seconds दूंगी टू चूज द आंसर. ओके, so the passage is: the most attractive and unique feature of crossword puzzle is that it is a game one can play alone. there are several kinds of crossword puzzles. One kind is the prize competition, in which the dash who finds the correct answer gets a big prize. Dash, the answers are very hard to find since several dash appear equally appropriate. Bad, mad or sad for dash in the clue sentence, people are seldom popular. Such dash attract people who are fond of gambling, because by dash, a small entry fee, they can win big prizes. The dash type of crossword puzzle is one in which dash is only one possible answer to every clue. But dash answer is elusive and calls for some detective work dash are part. Okay. So now I will be showing you the options for the first blank. Okay. So the timer has started. Join quickly, guys. We are already in the options of the first blank. This is the first passage. Jai Hind, Neeraj, Arjun. Okay, guys. Time's up. And your answer will be option B. काफी easy था ये. One kind is the prize competition, in which the person who finds the correct answer gets a big prize. Okay. So person will be your correct answer. Option B. Everyone, absolutely correct. Moving on to the options for the second blank. The person who finds the correct answer gets a big prize. Dash, the answers are very hard to find. Excuse me, guys. Okay, guys. Time's up. Answer is option C. Okay. Because a contrast is being talked of here. The person who finds the correct answer gets a big prize, but the answers are very hard to find. Since several dash, now there's a point for the third blank. Okay. So these are the options for the third blank. Since several dash appear equally appropriate. What will it be? Okay, time's up. And again, very easy. Several words appear equally appropriate. है ना? Words will be the correct answer. Okay, option A. Now, moving on to the options for the fourth blank. Bad, mad or sad. For dash in the clue sentence, people are seldom popular. Okay, time's up. And the answer is option C. है ना? But, sorry. For example, for illustration, for assumption नहीं, यहाँ पे example दिया जा रहा है. So, for example, in the clue sentence, people are seldom popular. Okay, so example will be your correct answer. Very good. Now, we will move on to the options for the fifth blank. Okay, so such dash attract people who are fond of gambling. What will be the answer here? Okay, time's up. Answer is option B. Okay. Such competitions attract people who are fond of gambling, because here we are talking of one kind of crossword puzzle which is the prize competition, right? तो यहाँ पे वो ही competition की बात चल रही है. So therefore option B will be your correct answer. ठीक है? I know many of you will answer are answering as A. You know, such puzzles, because excuse me, guys, because you're thinking that it's actually this such is talking about the sentence before it, but no, it's actually talking about the kind of crossword puzzle which is the prize competition. Okay, which has been already mentioned. So option B will be your correct answer. Okay, so such competitions attract people who are fond of gambling, because now it's time for the options for sixth blank. Because by dash a small entry fee, they can win big prizes. Okay, time's up, guys. And again, your answer will be option B, by paying a small entry fee. Don't forget that you do not buy an entry fee or give an entry fee or gives, I mean same thing, give or gives entry fee. It is pay. You pay for an entry fee, right? Very good. So answer will be option B, okay? Because by paying a small entry fee, they can win big prizes. Okay, now moving on to the blank, seventh blank. The dash type of crossword puzzle is 1. This is for the seventh blank. The dash type of crossword puzzle is 1. The second, the another, the 2, the first. Okay, time's up. Very easy one. It should be the second. Why? Because here in the first part, it's saying that there are several kinds of crossword puzzle. One kind is the prize competition, which has been talked of in the passage, right? Now comes the second type. So therefore, the seventh blank should be the second type, which is option A. Okay. The second type of crossword puzzle in one is 1. Now comes the options for the eighth blank. Blank number 8. The second type of crossword puzzle is 1 in which dash is only one possible answer to every clue. Very easy, and your time's up. Answer is option C. There is only one possible answer to every clue. Okay, so it should be option C. Another nahi hoga, Hitesh. We don't say the another kind of. We only say another. Another is not preceded by any article. Okay, so we cannot say the another type of something. We say just another kind of something or another type of something. Okay, right. Very good. So option C is your answer. Hai na? So in which there is only one possible answer to every clue. Moving on to the ninth blank. But dash answer is elusive. Okay, time's up guys, and the answer will be option B. But an answer is elusive. That means any answer can be elusive, right? No fixed answer can be the one. So, but an answer is elusive. So, option B will be your correct answer and calls for some detective work dash our part. So, it calls for some detective work. Now comes the options for the 10th blank. In our part, on our part, upon our part, over our part. Neeraj, it depends. Not always the closed test questions come, but even if they do come, sometimes they give you 3 or 5. Or even 10 also, you can't say. But mostly 3, 5 like that. Okay guys, time's up for this particular blank. Obviously, answer बहुत easy था इसके लिए. It should be on. Okay, the correct preposition should be on. So, but an answer is elusive and calls for some detective work on our part. तो हमारी तरफ से वो डिटेक्टिव वर्क हम लोग को करना पड़ता है ना. We have to detect which answer will be the correct one. Okay, so on our part will be our correct preposition to use. No Rohan, in our part नहीं होता, on our part. Okay, so on will be the correct one. So everyone, please mark yourselves how many questions you have correctly answered out of 10. Okay, and we will then move on to the next passage. In the meantime, guys, those of you who have joined, please join quickly. Those of you even trying to join quickly. Like and share this particular class with others. Okay, right. So now we will move on to the next passage. Everyone mark yourselves how many questions you have correctly answered in this passage. Okay, before we move on to the next passage, let me show you guys, those of you who are preparing for your AFCAT 2 2022 or AFCAT next year's exam can start preparing from now on by enrolling yourself to AFCAT exam online course 2021 to 2022, and you can do that very easily by downloading our app from the Google Play Store. इस पर्टिकुलर कोर्स के अंदर आपको सारे सब्जेक्ट्स के रिलेटेड कॉन्सेप्ट लेक्चर्स, पीडीएफ स्टडी मटेरियल्स, क्विजेस, सैम्पल प्रैक्टिस क्यूएनए, प्रीवियस ईयर्स क्यूएनए, प्रैक्टिस सेट्स वगैरह बहुत चीजें मिलेंगे जो आपको प्रिपरेशन के लिए बहुत हेल्प करेगा. नाउ वी विल मूव ऑन टू द सेकंड पैसेज. ओके, वेरी गुड. 7 out of 10 Rohan, Shailesh 8, Hitesh 5. That's a very interesting score. Now we will move on to the second passage, guys. So this is the second passage. Everyone, please read it once. and then we will look into the options. Okay, women have dash made dash in the corporate workplace, but certainly not as much as they had dash. We have new laws, rules, and dash relating to women in the workplace, but what we have not changed much is the male dash. Women have fallen short in their goals because we dash the potency of the male need to dash their power. We can abide dash by the laws and rules we create in order to dash women an equal opportunity in the corporate workplace and still not dash the problems that afflicted and eventually capsized the women's raft. Okay, so ये basically women's empowerment in the workplace or corporate workplace के बारे में बात हो रही है. Okay, now we will start going into the options one by one. So this is the options for the 11th blank. Women have dash made. Women have perhaps made, seldom made, optimistically made, undoubtedly made. हाँ दिव्यांश, आप एनडीए के लिए एनडीए के लिए भी अगर तैयारी कर रहे हैं तो आप ये सेशंस अटेंड कर सकते हैं. आपके लिए अच्छा होगा. ऑफ कोर्स बहुत प्रैक्टिस हो जाएगी आपको. ओके, right, the answer is obviously option D, undoubtedly. That means women have without any doubt have made certain kind of thing in the corporate workplace, right? So undoubtedly will be your correct answer. Very good, Hitesh. Option D will be your correct answer here. Okay, women have undoubtedly made, and now comes the options for the 12th blank. Dash in the corporate workplace. Women have undoubtedly made progress, efforts, attempts, decisions. Very good, Aditya, Rohan, Miss Microorganism, Shreem. Very good. Raft मतलब नैया, हितेश. नाव जो है ना, आप properly boat तो नहीं बोल सकते. Raft is basically logs which are tied together, you know. तो आप देखोगे ऐसे बहुत सारी जगह में the logs are tied together and they are completely flat and floats on the water. It's called a raft. Okay, it's not a proper boat as such. Okay, very good. Yes, option A will be your correct answer. Women have undoubtedly made what? Progress in the corporate workplace, है ना? So progress is the correct answer. Now we will move on to the blank number 13 options. Okay, so women have undoubtedly made progress in the corporate workplace, but certainly not as much as they had dash. So here are the options. But certainly not as much as they had predisposed, prescribed, expected, informed. ओके, ये भी काफी इजी है. इट विल बी ऑप्शन सी, एक्सपेक्टेड. उन्होंने जितना सोचा था उतना प्रोग्रेस वो कॉर्पोरेट वर्क प्लेस पे नहीं कर पाए, है ना. सो सर्टनली नॉट एज मच एज दे हैड एक्सपेक्टेड. सो एक्सपेक्टेड विल बी वेरी गुड. अभिषेक, नीरज, very good. So option C will be your correct answer, as they had expected. Now moving on to the 14th blank. We have new laws, rules and dash relating to women in the workplace. We have new laws, rules and activities, cases, policies or problems relating to women in the workplace. What word should go with it? Laws, rules के साथ कौन सा word जाएगा? काफी easy है ये options. Absolutely, answer will be option C, policies, because policies is one word which can go with laws and rules, है ना. So it should be we have new laws, rules and policies. So option C will be the correct answer. Very good. New laws, rules and policies relating to women in the workplace. But what we have not changed much is the male dash. Now comes the option for the 15th blank. But what we have not changed much is the male dash, male hatred, male patterns, male achievements, male behavior. So even if we had made a lot of rules and laws regarding how one should give, you know, a lot of equal opportunities to women in the workplace, what have we not able to change? Male hatred, patterns, achievements or behavior. Obviously it will be option D, है ना? Male behavior, how they are behaving to a woman, है ना. So we can give them laws, rules and policies. Okay, so these are certain rules or laws by which women should be given equal opportunities. But what we cannot change is how a person is behaving to another person, है ना. Similarly, how we cannot change a man's behavior towards a woman. Okay, so option D, very good everyone. Simmi, Kavita, Rosh, Aditya. Yes, option D will be your correct answer. Moving to the next one is 16th blank. Women have fallen short in their goals because we dash the potency of the male need. We retaliate, we respect, we risk, we minimize. Why they can't? Why women are unable to reach to their goals? Because we retaliate the potency of the male need, we respect the potency of the male need, we risk the potency of the male need, or we minimize the potency of the male need. Obviously it will be ऑप्शन बी, है ना. हम लोग रिस्पेक्ट करते हैं द पोटेंसी ऑफ द मेल नीड टू डैश देयर पावर. ओके, हम लोग मेल्स के नीड को ज्यादा रिस्पेक्ट करते हैं. दैट इज वाई वी कैन नॉट गिव द थिंग्स दैट अ वुमन वांट इन अ वर्क प्लेस. ओके, वेरी गुड. सो ऑप्शन बी विल बी योर करेक्ट आंसर. We respect the potency of the male need to dash their power. Now comes 17th blank options. We respect the potency of the male need to maintain their power, know their power, absolve their power, evolve their power. Retaliate का मतलब है रोहन to go against, revolt. Okay? What will be the answer? We respect the potency of the male need to maintain their power. Here their matlab men's power. Okay, men's power. So men has this need to maintain their own power, and we respect the potency of this male need. That is the reason why women are unable to reach to their goals in their corporate workplace. Okay, so option A will be your correct answer. Now moving on to the 18th blank. We can abide dash by the laws and rules we create. We can abide partially, we can abide occasionally, we can abide them, we can abide excessively. Okay, time's up guys, and the answer will be option D, excessively. We can abide excessively by the laws and rules we create in order to dash women an equal opportunity in the corporate workplace. Basically, guys, I'm just giving you a hint here. The last line of this passage is talking about something which can be done, okay, or which could be done but has not been done. ठीक है, कर सकते थे पर अभी तक नहीं हुआ. ठीक है, so we can abide excessively by the laws and rules we create in order to dash women. Now comes the options for the 19th blank. In order to share, deny, assure, donate women an equal opportunity in the corporate workplace. So why we are abiding by the laws and rules excessively? So that we can share, deny, assure or donate women an equal opportunity in the corporate workplace. What will be your answer? It will be obviously option C, assure. Okay, we create in order to assure women an equal opportunity in the corporate workplace. Okay, and still not, now comes the 20th blank, and still not dash the problems that afflicted and eventually capsized the women's raft, and still not overcome, mentioned, judge, explore. Guys, just solve this answer, okay, and then I will be explaining the sentence to you, क्योंकि मुझे लग रहा है कि आपको ये sentence जो है थोड़ा समझने में difficulty हो रही है. ठीक है, तो मैं एक बार आपको समझा दूंगी तो आपको idea हो जाएगा. Okay, right, and the time's up. It should be option A, overcome. Okay, and still not overcome the problems that afflicted and eventually capsized the women's raft. ठीक है, देखो इस passage में ये बोला जा रहा है कि women have made गुड प्रोग्रेस इन देयर कॉर्पोरेट वर्क प्लेस. ठीक है, बट उन्होंने जितना एक्सपेक्ट किया था उतना प्रोग्रेस वो लोग नहीं कर पाए. क्यों नहीं कर पाए? हियर द पैसेज टॉक्स अबाउट द रीजन व्हाई वुमेन कुडंट मेक अ प्रोग्रेस दैट दे हैड एक्सपेक्टेड इन द कॉर्पोरेट वर्क प्लेस. नाउ द रीजन बिहाइंड दिस इज दैट मेल बिहेवियर कुड नॉट बी चेंज्ड टुवर्ड्स वुमेन. ओके, that is why even if we had made lots of laws and rules and policies regarding giving equal opportunities to women in corporate workplace, but because the male behavior could not be changed, that is why the women have not been able to achieve the goals that they wanted. Okay, why? Because we had always respected the male need to maintain and restore their power. Okay, तो लड़के ये सोचते हैं, now I'm not saying this to everyone guys, just understand the social behavior of the male. The male always wants that it is us or our power which is the most important thing, and that is why they have this urgency or need to maintain this power that they held over women. Okay, they think, okay, women should always be subdued. Okay, it is us men who should have the power all in all. Okay, and all the people here, we ka matlab hai all the people in society respect this particular potency of the male need to maintain their power. Now women have fallen short in their goals. That's because women are not able to achieve their goals because of this tendency of us. Now here ये जो लास्ट वाला सेंटेंस था ना, इसका मतलब ये था कि लॉज रूल्स पॉलिसीज वगैरह बनाए गए हैं to give equal opportunities to women in corporate workplace, but no matter how much, how excessively we abide by these laws and rules in order to give women the equal opportunity in the corporate workplace, still we will not be able to overcome these problems that women always face in the corporate workplace, and that has afflicted, that means affected adversely, and eventually capsized, that means broken down the women's raft. Okay, everyone understood? I think this is absolutely clear है ना. अब लास्ट वाला सेंटेंस आपको क्लियर हो गया. मुझे लग रहा था आपके आंसर पैटर्न से कि आप लोगों को समझ नहीं आ रहा है कि लास्ट सेंटेंस क्या बताना चाह रहे हैं. एक्चुअली ये बताना चाह रहे हैं कि नो मैटर हाउ मच लॉज एंड रूल्स वी आर मेकिंग टू गिव इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटी टू वुमेन, वी कैन अबाइड एक्सेसिवली टू देम and we can give them even the equal opportunity in the corporate workplace, but we will not be able to, still we will be backing, we will not be able to overcome the problems that they actually face there because of this male behavior towards them. Okay, everyone clear? No, Rohan, we are talking about the reason why even if we had made the laws and rules for giving women equal opportunity in corporate workplace, why it has not been able to be done in that way. Okay, this is because male behavior have not changed. That is the thing. And there are some people, society as a whole, who always respect this male behavior, that no, men should be powerful and women should be subdued. Okay, so you do not go into such depth. I think now it is absolutely clear, the last thing, the last sentence. ओके, शैलेश स्कोर 8, वेरी गुड. स्ट्रीम 9, ये थोड़ा सा एडवांस था है ना, लेकिन उससे में भी आप लोग अच्छे स्कोर कर रहे थे. दैट इज रियली गुड. सो गाइज, नाउ वी हैव एंडेड द सेकंड पैसेज, वी विल गो टू द थर्ड पैसेज. दोज ऑफ यू हु वर ट्राइंग टू ज्वाइन फॉर सो लॉन्ग, नहीं ज्वाइन कर पा रहे थे या फिर ज्वाइन करने के बाद भी समझ नहीं आ रहा था क्योंकि मिडवे में ज्वाइन किए हैं आप लोग, फटाफट से ज्वाइन कर जाइए. और अगर आपको ये सेशन अच्छा लग रहा है तो प्लीज लाइक कीजिए और शेयर कर दीजिए सेशन का लिंक बाकी लोगों के साथ. ठीक है. Okay, now we will move on to the next passage, but before that guys, let me also tell you कि जितने भी सारे लाइव क्लासेस आप लोग देख रहे हैं या फिर अटेंड कर रहे हैं, इनके सारे पीडीएफ्स जो है स्टडी मटेरियल्स आपको सिर्फ और सिर्फ हमारे ऐप में ही मिलेगा. तो अगर आपको ये सारे लाइव क्लासेस, और सिर्फ इंग्लिश के नहीं, बाकी जितने भी सब्जेक्ट्स के लाइव क्लासेस हो रहे हैं AFCAT के लिए, अगर आपको स्टडी मटेरियल्स चाहिए तो हमारे ऐप को जरूर डाउनलोड कर लीजिए फ्रॉम द गूगल प्ले स्टोर एंड गो इनसाइड AFCAT एग्जाम ऑनलाइन कोर्स. उस पर एनरोल हो जाइए और उसके अंदर आपको एक सेक्शन मिलेगा AFCAT 1 2022 लाइव क्लास एंड आंसर कीज के नाम से. उसमें आपको आज के क्लास का अपडेट मिलेगा, यानी आज के क्लास आप दोबारा देख सकते हैं और इसके साथ आज के क्लास का पीडीएफ स्टडी मटेरियल्स भी मिल जाएगा. Okay, so guys, that will be really helpful because you can only get it through the app. Now, moving on to the third passage. So this is the third passage, everyone. Read everyone carefully. Okay, architecture is a unique dash of art and science that has dash out of man's primary need for shelter. It is concerned with the design and dash of buildings in their sociological, technological and environmental context. This field is not only dash but also provides the dash of designing and building pleasing and dash refined structures to serve various needs. Dash the fairly large number of practicing architects, the countrywide dash in the initial earnings in the field are relatively dash. What you make thereafter will depend entirely on your dash. So basically talking about architecture, है ना? Okay, so let's start with the first blank that we have here, that is blank number 21. Architecture is a unique dash of art and science. What will be the word for it? Unique process, procedure, blend, or subject. Okay guys, time's up, and it is a very easy word. It should be blend. Why? Because it's a mixture of art and science, which is already mentioned in the sentence, है ना? तो blend का मतलब है mixture. Okay? Okay, Abhishek, for that you have to go through the rules of articles for your questions answer. Okay, so option C will be your correct answer. It's a unique blend of art and science. Now moving on to the 22nd blank. That has dash out of man's primary need for shelter, that has arisen, earned, contrived, fizzled. Okay, time's up guys, and the answer is arisen. Okay, so basically architecture is a mixture or a fusion of art and science that has come off, or that has arisen or emerged out of man's primary need for shelter, है ना? So option A will be your correct answer. Very good, Janani, Anchal. Yes, Rohan, very good. Right, moving on to the next blank, which is blank number 23. It is concerned with the design and dash of buildings. Design and appearance, design and repairing, design and decoration, or design and construction. Contrive का मतलब हितेश bring about. Basically it's a contrive का मतलब है if something has been brought about randomly. Okay guys, time's up, and the answer is option D, construction. Okay, it is concerned with the design and construction of buildings in their sociological, technological, and environmental context. So not only design, when you are also an architect, you are not only looking into the design of the building, you are also looking into the construction of it, right? So that is why option D will be a correct answer. Everyone, very good, right? Moving on to the 24th blank. This field is not only dash. This field is not only rewarding, vast, encouraging, strenuous. Okay, time's up guys. Answer is option B. This field is not only vast, but also provides, now we will move on to the blank number 25, but also provides the dash of designing and building, but also provides the readily, the amenities, the infrastructure, the facility. What will be the correct word? Quickly. Okay, see, amenities and facility, they are both same, right? So the answer is option C, infrastructure, because infrastructure is one such word that always goes with construction and buildings. What is infrastructure? It is the basic and primary organizational structure, okay, either of a building or an organization. So it's the basic structure which also contains the basic facilities, okay? So infrastructure will be the correct word. Okay, so this field is not only vast but also provides the infrastructure of designing and building pleasing, and now we move on to the 26th blank, pleasing and dash refined structures to serve various needs. Pleasing and readily refined structures, pleasing and principally refined structures, pleasing and aesthetically refined structures, or pleasing and ideologically refined structures. What should be the appropriate word? Very good, everyone. Yes, it will be option C. See, there is no confusion at all, Rohan. readily मतलब that which is ready made, available anytime, okay, turant, instantly. Principally means basically. Aesthetically means artistically, okay, a lot of art and everything is there, okay, so something which is made out of artistic creativity or artistic designs. Ideologically is an ideal, okay, a highly principled thinking, that is called ideology, principle in which you lead your life. So obviously इस building के साथ जो जा रहा है वो है aesthetically, because there are a lot of designs and aesthetics attached with the architecture, है ना. So option C will be your correct word. Now we will move on to the blank number 27. Dash the fairly large number of practicing architects. Despite the fairly large number of practicing architects, regarding the fairly large number of practicing architects, assuming the fairly large number of practicing architects, or having the fairly large number of practicing architects. Okay, there is one small clue which will give you the word. Okay guys, time's up. Answer is option A, despite. Now why I have told you this one word which will give you the clue? It is relatively. Now whenever you see this word relatively, it will obviously give you an idea of a contrast or an opposite which is at play here. ठीक है, तो relatively का मतलब क्या है? Contrast. ठीक है, relatively is a word that is used when something is said and it is used to contrast the thing that has already been said. Okay, that is why we are using a contrary word which is despite. All the others are positive words, only despite is the, or assertive words, only despite is the contrast word or contrary words. Okay, so option A will be your correct answer. Despite the fairly large number of practicing architects. Now we will move on to the 28th blank. The countrywide dash in the initial earnings in the field, the countrywide deterioration, spurt, lethargy, slack. Okay, it should be option B. Okay, spurt. Spurt means an increase, sudden increase. Okay, rest, deterioration means going down, lethargy means laziness or slowness, slack also means lethargy or slowness. Okay, so spurt means increase. Now though there are a lot of practicing architects all throughout the country, but the countrywide increase in the initial earnings in the field are relatively dash. Okay, so let's go on to the 29th blank. Are relatively, exorbitant, negligible, unpredictable, modest. Time's up guys, and the answer is option D, modest. Okay, so though there are a lot of architects who are practicing everywhere throughout the world and the country, but in the initial stages, here the spurt or the increase is in the initial stages of your earning are relatively modest. Okay, it's not too low, it's not too high, so exorbitant bhi nahi hai, negligible bhi nahi hai, or unpredictable bhi nahi hai, it's modest, it's somewhere in the middle. Okay, so modest will be your correct answer, option D. Okay, moving on to the last blank, which is blank number 30. Now what you make thereafter will depend entirely on your dash. So whatever money you will be making afterwards will be completely depending on your need, experience, expectation or appearance. This is very easy. Okay, time's up guys, and the answer is option B, obviously depending on your experience. Okay, so the money that you will get afterwards will be based on how experienced you are. It will not be based on your need, your expectation, or as not at all on your appearance, है ना. So experience के हिसाब से आपको जो है earnings होगा बाद में. Okay, so that is it guys. Now we will move on to the next and the last passage of today's session. Okay, सो फटाफट से बता दो कितने सारे क्वेश्चंस आपने करेक्टली आंसर किए हैं इस पर्टिकुलर पैसेज से, एंड वी विल मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट पैसेज वेरी क्विकली. प्लीज लाइक एंड शेयर द क्लास. कीप ऑन liking and sharing the session guys. Okay, so before we move on to the next passage, one thing we need to see also that if you know anyone who is preparing for SSB interview, have already gone for the written exam और अभी SSB की तैयारी करी या फिर direct entry candidates किसी को जानते हैं, and also for you guys after you have taken your AFCAT 1 2022 examination, please start preparing for SSB interview, okay, because it's a very long process, also one of the most difficult interviews in the country. So that is why guys, you need to download our app from the Google Play Store and get yourself enrolled into SSB इंटरव्यू ऑनलाइन कोर्स, जिसमें आपको सारे SSB इंटरव्यू के बारे में जितने भी सारे चीजें होती है फ्रॉम डे 1 टू डे 5 सारी चीजों के बारे में आपको जानकारी मिलेगी इसके अंदर। और सिर्फ यही नहीं, प्रैक्टिस के लिए भी हमने बहुत सारी चीजें प्रोवाइड किए हैं जो आप अपने से प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हैं। और हम हर महीना every month we conduct classes, live interactive classes on our app so that you guys can join and start interacting with our tutors, अपने doubts clarify कर सकते हो और practice भी है बहुत अच्छे तरीके से हम करवाते हैं आपकी preparation, ठीक है। Okay guys, very good, 9 out of 10 Simi, 3 out of 10 Shailesh, okay that was good, that was fine because passage थोड़ा सा tricky था तो ठीक है। 5 out of 10 Hitesh is also good, 4 out of 10 Rosh, you have to just increase your number, 8 out of 10 Anchal, very good, okay। Now we will move on to the next and the last passage of today's session। नहीं डरा नहीं रहे रोहन, प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं आप लोगों को। ओके, सो दिस इज द पैसेज, एवरीवन रीड दिस लास्ट पैसेज। अभी भी अगर आपको किसी को ज्वाइन होना है फटाफट से ज्वाइन हो जाओ। ओके, nowadays under the dash system of education, however good it may be, when a young man comes out of the university, there seems to be this dash in him that the higher the standard of living rises, the less should a man work. Thus, mathematically, higher the standard of living, according to this misconceived notion, the less the dash. Ultimately, what should be the highest standard of living then? Dash work. This leads to an unhealthy dash among the workers. A typist who types over 20 letters a day asks his dash how many letters he had typed that day. The latter dash 15. The former thinks, tomorrow I should type only 15 or even dash. This tendency is quite dash and may ultimately lead to dash. Even one's family life may be affected adversely due to such tendency. ठीक है? Okay. Now we will proceed on to with the first blank, which is blank number 31. So here you are the options for blank number 31. Nowadays, under the dash system of education, under the extinct system of education, proposed system of education, developed system of education, or modern system of education. Very easy. फटाफट से बोलो क्या होगा? Okay, the answer is option D, obviously. As per the modern system of education. Here modern system of education के बारे में बात हो रही है ना? So option D will be your correct answer. ठीक है? Very good. Shailesh, Abhishek, Anchal. So nowadays under the modern system of education, however good it may be, when a young man comes out of the university, now we move on to blank number 32, there seems to be this dash in him that the higher the standard of living rises, the less should a man work. What is this? This apprehension, this realization, this anxiety, this misconception. Time's up guys, and the answer is very easy. It should be misconception. Very good Abhishek. So option D आपका correct answer है, because it's a misconception. ये लोग सोचते हैं कि जितना ज़्यादा हम लोग अपना स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ लिविंग हम लोग का बढ़ेगा उतना कम हो जाएगा हमारा काम, which is obviously not true at all, right? Very good. Manoj, Shishant, Rohan, absolutely. So option D will be your correct answer. There seems to be this misconception. Now we will move on to the blank number 33. Thus, mathematically, higher the standard of living according to this misconceived notion, the less the dash, the less the dash, the less the work, the less the time, the less the salary, the less the energy. जितना ज़्यादा आपका लिविंग स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ लिविंग हाई होगा उतना कम क्या होगा? बहुत ईजी है, अभी अभी लास्ट वाला सेंटेंस वही बता रहा था, है ना? आंसर विल बी ऑप्शन ए, वर्क. तो जितना ज्यादा, यहाँ पे देखो लास्ट वाला सेंटेंस वही बताया, The higher the standard of living rises, the less should a man work. So mathematically, higher the standard of living, according to this misconceived notion, the less the work, है ना? So option A will be the correct answer. काम उतना कम होगा जितना ज़्यादा standard of living बढ़ जाएगा. Now, ultimately, what should be the highest standard of living then? फिर जो एकदम highest standard of living है, उसका क्या होगा? Now comes the options for blank number 34. Dash work. So जिनका highest standard of living है, उनका क्या काम होगा फिर? Ample work, no work, minimum work और less work. देखो, जितना ज़्यादा standard of living बढ़ रहा है, उतना कम हो रहा है काम. तो अगर जिनका highest standard of living होगा, फिर कैसा काम होगा उनके पास? कोई भी काम नहीं होगा. So option B will be your correct answer. The highest standard of living. What should be the highest standard of living then? No work. इसका मतलब है जिसका standard of living एकदम highest तक है, highest level पे है, उसका कोई काम नहीं है, क्योंकि जितना ज़्यादा बढ़ेगा standard of living, उतना काम भी कम होगा, है ना? तो high standard पे क्या होगा? No work. Very good everyone. So option B will be your correct answer. Moving on to blank number 35. This leads to an unhealthy dash among the workers. तो ये जो misconception है, ये क्या करता है? This leads to an unhealthy, and here are the options for blank 35. Ambition among the workers, jealousy among the workers, delay among the workers, dispute among the workers. तो ये misconception क्या पैदा करता है workers में? Unhealthy ambition, jealousy, delay or dispute. Obviously it will be an ambition which is unhealthy. कुछ ऐसा ambition जो कभी fulfill नहीं होगा, क्योंकि ऐसा तो होता ही नहीं है, ये तो आपका misconception है ना? So this creates an ambition which is unhealthy among the workers. तो workers भी सोचेंगे कि मैं जितना बड़ा हो जाऊंगा, जितना मैं अपना standard of living ऊंचा करूंगा, उतना मुझे कम काम करना पड़ेगा, है ना? तो ये एक unhealthy ambition है ना? Very good everyone. So option A will be your correct answer. Moving on to the 36th blank. A typist, अब यहाँ पे एक example दिया जा रहा है ना? A typist who types over 20 letters a day asks his dash how many letters he had typed that day. The latter dash 15. Okay, the former thinks tomorrow I should type only 15 or even. तो typist जो हर रोज 20 letters type करते हैं, वो क्या किया? He asks his dash how many letters he had typed that day. तो किसको पूछेगा वो? अगर ये एक example है ऐसे misconception का, तो whom does the typist will ask? Colleague, client, boss, subordinate. Very easy. It will be option C, boss. Obviously वो ऐसे आदमी को पूछेगा जिसका स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ लिविंग उससे हाई हो, क्योंकि उसको अंदाजा लगाना है कि अगर मेरा स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ लिविंग मेरे बॉस की तरह होगा तो फिर मेरा काम कितना होगा, है ना? तो हर रोज वो 20-20 लेटर्स टाइप करता है. तो व्हाट विल ही डू? ही विल आस्क हिज बॉस हाउ मेनी लेटर्स हिज बॉस हैड टाइप्ड दैट डे. तो द लैटर विल, नाउ हियर कम्स 37th blank, द लैटर dash 15. तो द बॉस will remembers, types, suggests, replies. कलीग नहीं होगा, कलीग तो सेम है ना, उसका भी तो स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ लिविंग सेम है, उसको कोई फायदा नहीं होगा ना वो जान के कि वो कितना लेटर टाइप करता है. वो तो अपने बॉस को पूछेगा ना जो उससे भी बड़ा हो पोस्ट में, क्योंकि उसका स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ लिविंग ऑब्वियसली उससे ज्यादा होगा. ऑब्वियसली द आंसर इज वेरी इजी, इट शुड बी रिप्लाइज, है ना? द लेटर रिप्लाइज 15. So the typist who types over 20 letters a day asks his boss how many letters he had typed that day. The latter replies, हाँ वो जवाब देगा कितना? 50. The former thinks, इसका मतलब typist को क्या लगेगा कि tomorrow I should type only 15 or even dash. So here comes the option for the 38th blank. Tomorrow I should type only 15 or even more, all, less, some. ओके, टाइम्स अप गाइस, बहुत इजी है ये. और लेस, तो ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि कल मैं जब मेरे बॉस के पोजीशन में जाऊंगा, मैं क्या करूंगा? मैं 15 ही टाइप करूंगा लेटर, या फिर ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि मैं उससे भी कम करूं, है ना? So even less, option C will be your correct answer, or even less. Moving on to the blank number 39. This tendency is quite dash, is quite unnatural, unfortunate, healthy, discouraging. Yes, Chandra, we can't use less. No, we can use less, no? We can use. No, we say like that, Chandra. In spoken to we say कि उससे भी कम. So even 15 or even less. You can't use for a countable noun any other in any other word. Okay, so time's up, guys. Answer will be option D. Very good, Shailesh. So this tendency is quite discouraging, है ना? This is discouraging. Why this is discouraging, guys? क्योंकि ऐसा तो कभी नहीं होने वाला. अगर आपको लग रहा है कि अगर आप अपने बॉस के पोजीशन पे जाओगे तो आपको कम काम करना पड़ेगा, तो ये तो कभी नहीं होने वाला. तो ऐसा टेंडेंसी क्या कर रहा है आपको? Discourage कर रहा है. It's not encouraging you, because when you will really go to your boss's position, you will see that the work has not decreased. So obviously it will demotivate you, it will discourage you, है ना? So option D is your correct answer. Now moving on to the next blank, which is the last blank, blank number 40, and also the last question of today's session. This tendency is quite discouraging and may ultimately lead to dash. Options for blank number 40. Shorya, we will update you when we will start with the NDA classes. For now, we are doing with the AFCAT 1 2020 live classes. Okay. And may ultimately lead to dash. Retardation, denial, evil, complexity. So this discouraging tendency will also lead to, answer will be option A, retardation. Now why retardation? Retardation means slow in progress, है ना? आगे बढ़ने में, प्रोग्रेस करने में वो एक स्लो कर देगा आपको, है ना? रिटार्डेशन मीन्स व्हेन देयर इज अ slowness. No, it should be A, not complexity. I know everyone will choose complexity. It will not create complexity, you see. It will create a kind of slackness, lethargy in the progress, in the development. आगे बढ़ने में वो आपको एक बाधा. देखो, अगर आप एक एम्प्लॉय हो, अगर आपको लग रहा है कि अगर मैं बॉस बन जाऊं तो कम काम करना पड़ेगा, है ना? तो आप ऐसे मिसकंसेप्शन से अगर सपोज बॉस कल बन भी जाते हैं तो आप क्या देखोगे, ये काम तो कम नहीं हुआ. तो ये क्या कर रहा है, आपको डिस्करेज कर रहा है. और इस डिस्करेज से आपको ऐसा लगेगा कि अरे छोड़ो यार, फिर और मेरे बॉस के ऊपर जो बॉस है, ठीक है, वो पोस्ट पे जाना ही नहीं है मुझे, क्योंकि काम तो कम नहीं हो रहा ना. गॉट माई पॉइंट? So if you're thinking that you are reaching a higher position and the work will be less, okay, and if you're really reaching to that position and your work is not less, because it does not happen like that, then what will happen? Your development, your progress will become slow, because you don't want to progress anymore. Why? Because you have understood, and it is discouraging, that you will not get less work if you go to any other higher position. Got it? So this will cause a retardation. Retardation का मतलब है when there is a slowness in the development or progress. So option A will be your correct answer. Got it? Okay. Now tell me, out of 40 questions, how many questions you guys have correctly answered? Total बताओ जल्दी से. And then we will wrap up the session now, because इसके बाद रीजनिंग का क्लास होने वाला है जो प्रशांत सर लेने वाले हैं. And before I end, guys, let me also tell you about SSB interview. काफी important interview है, तो make sure you guys are preparing. I can see that you guys will be qualifying in AFCAT 1 2022 exam, ठीक है, लेकिन SSB इंटरव्यू के लिए भी recommended होना है, तब भी आपके हाथ में ज्वाइनिंग लेटर आएगा, है ना? तो एसएसबी इंटरव्यू के लिए भी एनरोल कर सकते हैं आप, बट आई वुड सजेस्ट यू टू डू आफ्टर द एग्जाम ऑब्वियसली. बट अगर आप किसी को जानते हैं जो अपने रिटन एग्जाम दे चुके हैं, एसएसबी के लिए तैयारी कर रहे हैं, या फिर कोई डायरेक्ट एंट्री कैंडिडेट से, आप ये पर्टिकुलर कोर्स रेकमेंड कर सकते हैं. दिस इज द बेस्ट ऑनलाइन कोर्स इन द एंटायर मार्केट, एंड यू कैन फाइंड अदर कोर्सेज रिलेटेड टू अदर डिफेंस एग्जाम्स एज वेल. तो अगर आप AFCAT ही नहीं, बाकी कोई भी डिफेंस एग्जाम के रिलेटेड प्रेपरेशन करना चाहते हैं, तो हमारे ऐप को जरूर डाउनलोड कीजिए फ्रॉम द गूगल प्ले स्टोर. चेक आउट ऑल द कोर्सेज दैट वी हैव इनसाइड द ऐप एंड गेट योरसेल्फ एनरोल्ड. इसके अलावा अगर आप कोई मॉक टेस्ट सीरीज प्रैक्टिस करना चाहते हैं, जो ऑब्वियसली बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है बिफोर एनी एग्जाम, प्लीज गेट योरसेल्फ एनरोल्ड इनटू AFCAT मॉक टेस्ट सीरीज एंड स्टार्ट प्रैक्टिसिंग. as many mock test sets as possible. Last but not the least, please download our SSB Crack Exams app from the Google Play Store. The link of this app is already given in the description box below, and use the code WARRIOR10 to get an extra 10% off on any courses. So guys, that is a really lovely session, I guess. Okay, Hitesh, we will practice more questions and we will up the marks. 25 out of 40 is good marks, Neeraj. 32 is very good, Shivangi. 25 out of 30, Jyoti, very good. Shailesh, also very good. 27, 31 out of 40. Creative Space, also very good. Simmi, absolutely good. 37 out of 40. No worries, Jyoti. Whatever answers you have answered in the rest of the passages is more than enough. So that was it from my side today, guys. I hope that you will practice a lot, and we will meet again tomorrow at the same time at 6 p.m. And now you have the reasoning class, which will be taken by Prashansa. So everyone, take care, stay positive, stay healthy, and always stay motivated. Stay tuned with SSB Crack Exams. Jai Hind, everyone.